Hello everyone, my name is Evangeline and welcome to my art spot. I am deeply sorry for uploading so late in the week. I normally do it on Tuesdays, but for some odd reason this picture took a lot longer than I thought it would be, and I'm still trying to learn, how long it's going to take me to do each drawing, and because this drawing had a lot of details in it, it took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. Today I decided to draw you guys a Valkyrie. This was originally supposed to be for the 4th of July, but then I ended up doing the Meet the Artist before this because I really was interested in you guys getting to know me a little bit more. But I thought in the midst of July I should be able to do this Valkyrie. My inspiration for this was, I was watching the X-Men like a couple days ago and I saw Storm and I'm like, ooh, she would make a very pretty Valkyrie, like with wings and everything. So I gave her her normal long hair that she has for the first X-Men movie. I was originally going to have her have short hair like she does in the rest of them, but then I thought the flowiness of her hair would actually add to the fact that it looks like she might be flying in the air. So I actually gave her longer hair instead of shorter hair. I had a lot of problems with this Valkyrie's face. Constantly I was changing it. I don't know what it was, but still, even now, it still kind of looks a little bit weird to me. If you guys have any suggestions on how to actually, get the face to where you actually like it, I would love to hear all your comments and suggestions for that. I'm still relatively new to the whole digital drawing, so I'm still learning about layers and how to shade correctly with the different pencils and everything. But I really noticed that I really do prefer digital drawing over traditional because with traditional drawing you can just draw on the piece of paper and it'll be fine, but after a few erases the paper starts to tear if you have really low quality paper. But with digital drawing, you can erase and redo as many times as you want, and you don't have to worry about the wear and tear of the paper. I also really love the fact that you don't have to have all those eraser little things. I don't even know what to call them. But I actually really like digital drawing. I mean, I love traditional drawing, don't get me wrong, but I vastly prefer the digital drawing because I can just go in and make as many mistakes as I want without having to worry about my paper lifting or the Copics bleeding everywhere because the paper is so thin. You guys let me know, which do you prefer? Do you prefer traditional over digital? And actually give me the reasons why. I'm actually really interested in getting to know my viewers, and if you guys have any suggestions on anything that you guys would like me to draw, or a series that maybe you guys would like to see, I would love to hear all your suggestions. So please don't feel embarrassed about anything that you guys ask me to do. As long as it's not something that's completely out of the ordinary, nudity or something like that that's gonna not get me monetized for any reason. I'm totally open to any ideas. I have to say the armor is my favorite part of this entire piece. I love just messing with the dark and the highlights and just making it so that way it looks like it's shiny, but it still has that matted and leather-like material on the armor. And I loved adding like the little studs around it because it's studded armor. I actually looked it up. It's like I wanted something sturdy, but something still like breathable, and she can still move around and fight evil. My week otherwise was pretty good. You know, work was super busy. With fast foods, summertime is the worst time to work at a fast food restaurant because everybody doesn't want to cook because it's super hot. And right now in Oregon, it's like upwards of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm like, ugh, it's so hot. And sometimes the managers turn down the AC because it gets too cold in the grill. And that makes it so that way, you know, the grills don't work properly. But then we're dying in the grill and we all start to get cranky, and you know, it's just been one of those weeks where it's like super hot and everyone's at each other's throats, but it's still relatively a good time, you know. This drawing took me a total of, I think it was 8 to 9 hours. Because of working and everything, I only had like an hour or two a day to actually draw. And then for the rest of the time that I'm awake, because I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I spend the rest of the time with my husband. I really need to learn how to, you know, schedule time to draw on the weekends and just like go at it on the weekends. So that way on Monday and Tuesday I can do my voiceover and not have to worry about going over the time limit and actually upload on Tuesdays like I really want to. You guys let me know if you like me uploading on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays. I honestly am open to any scheduling that you guys want, you know? Just let me know. The other thing I love about digital drawing is being able to zoom in and get into that fine detail that you're not able to do with like traditional drawing, or at least I feel like that. I have a problem because I have such a heavy hand. I press down too hard, so it's really hard for me to, you know, get in there and do the fine details because the pencil lead always like goes everywhere because I press so hard on the paper. With the iPad, I cannot do that because otherwise the screen will start to cave in and I'll be like, what's going on? And it's like, Leslie, you're doing it again. You're doing the heavy-handed thing that you do when you're writing and when you're drawing and when you do everything else. You gotta lightly touch the screen, Leslie. You don't want to break the iPad. Here comes my favorite part. This is so satisfying. Just watching me put in the darkness and putting in the highlights of it. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so good. But I have constantly problems because with this tool that I'm using, like you can select certain areas to like darken or to highlight. And for some odd reason, it tried to do the whole freaking picture. And I'm like, what are you doing? I don't want the whole picture to be black or the whole picture to be white. Like, that's the one downside of digital drawing, is that you kind of have control over what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, you don't have any control over it. I was actually thinking about doing a series where I take the alphabet and then I do like a favorite characters. So like A would be for me, I think it would be like Anna or something like that, because I don't know, I just wanted to start like my own little series, but I know Waffles already did that. So if you guys have any suggestions of any good like things that I can do that like are original and not some other artists have done, let me know in the comments down below. I know I say that a lot, but I think it's only because I'm a fresh new YouTuber and I don't know what to do. So if you guys could help me, that would be awesome. And I know I say like a lot, but I'm honestly trying really hard not to say like. So just bear with me for a moment while I try to figure out what to say throughout this video besides just saying like. That would be great too. Yes, I know I'm a little bit weird, but I tend to be a very outgoing and social butterfly, and I tend to be one of those people that try to take a situation that's like really sad and depressing and try to lighten the mood a little bit, but I tend to overdo that sometimes. Hit that like button if you know what I'm talking about. You try to make everything okay and then you just make things a little bit worse because you're trying to joke around with them and they're like sad and you're like, oh, well, what am I gonna do now? Because they're like crying. I'll just comfort you. Okay, I won't say anything. This is the part I was talking about where I didn't like the face at all. I just don't know what was wrong with it. I think it was the nose, and then I thought it was the eyes, and then I thought it was the lips. It was the lips first, and then it was the nose, and then I thought, well, maybe it's because the eyes are two different sizes. Like when I zoomed in, I noticed that the eyes were two different sizes. And I still don't completely enjoy the face, but you know, you gotta roll with what you got, I guess. It was just having one of those days where I could not draw at all. Yeah, everyone has those days where you're just like, I want to draw, but I can't for some odd reason. It's like your hands don't know what to do. They go derp. So you're like, I want to draw, but I can't. Here we go with that likeness again. I'm really trying to stop that. It's like, here we go again. It's when you're in middle school and you think that it's so cool to say like. I tend to do that when I'm like super, there we go again, when I'm super nervous, and for some reason being in front of a microphone and talking just throws my nervousness out into the window, and I tend to say like a lot. But I'm really trying to get more comfortable with talking to the microphone and not saying like. You ever like had that moment? Here we go with the like again. I'm really trying to stop that. You ever have that moment where you are trying to change something because you've been doing it for like forever? Like that. But it's really hard to not be nervous, especially when, you know, you're putting yourself out there. And I actually really enjoy talking and making these videos for you guys, and I want to be more comfortable and not say like a lot. And I didn't say it throughout that entire sentence. I give myself a round of applause. What is the one word that you guys say all the time when you're super nervous and you're telling a story and you kind of just get lost in the moment? What is the one word that you say? Is it like? Is it what is it? I would love to know what you guys say. Well, since most of my time is spent at work, I will tell a work story. So, a couple months back, probably a lot of months back, I was working in drive-thru. And for some odd reason, you know, when I'm working drive-thru, people tend to comment on my voice. I don't know why. They just always do. They always say, you know, "Oh, your voice sounds so nice. You sound so great." And it's like, oh, there. And I don't know what they're talking about. My voice sounds the same either way, even when I'm talking on the headset. And it gets really creepy when an older man says that. I don't know. It just creeps me out when an older man says, "Hey, I like your voice." And it's like, what? Why do you like my voice? It's just so weird. I remember this one time. This guy who worked with us, he was so creepy. And I was on the headset taking orders like normal, you know. But he said to me the most sexually assaulting thing you can say to anybody. He said that I could work for one of those special phone places, if you guys know what I mean. And I was so mad. And he was like an older guy too. And I actually went to the manager and told her what happened. And I didn't mean for this to happen because I knew that he was homeless and everything, but I actually accidentally got him fired for that. But apparently this wasn't the first offense. It was just the last straw because he had said this to me. And I was really creeped out. So if you guys work in fast food and you know what I'm talking about, you know that old creepy guy saying "sweetie" or "your voice is pretty" or anything like that, it's just so weird. Just no. I think the wings are what took me so long to get this picture done because I wanted it to look like wings. I know that a lot of people say that, but I really wanted it to be like a wing. So I just took the time after I got done coloring it and figuring out where I wanted the shading on these wings. I took the time and made them all feathery, and I really enjoyed drawing the wings. The wings were like my favorite part of this entire picture besides the armor. It was just so beautiful. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoy me talking a little bit more. I really want you guys to enjoy the music I picked out for this video. I really wanted you guys to just take a moment and relax. We all have stressful lives, and I just want to be that type of YouTuber that people go to when they want to relax, because I know how hard life can get, and I want to be able to relieve at least a little bit of stress that comes into your guys' lives. And I really hope I do that for you guys. coming to the end of the video, I just want to say to you guys, you all are amazing, and no matter what you're going through, you know, things will turn around, I promise. It may seem like the worst is coming, but it gets better from here, and I promise you guys that. I know that recently I've been super stressed, and just drawing is my outlet. Just make sure you take time for yourselves and, you know, just distress, because stressing out does a lot to your body, and I know from firsthand because I stress out a lot, and over like the simple minuscule things. Just like sit down and take a moment of silence for yourself, and maybe just shut off your phone and just listen to some relaxing music. Just take care of yourself, you know? I've been learning recently that I tend to overstress over everything, and I literally mean everything. So if I could sit down and start drawing or listen to music or sing at all, I want to be in that moment. I don't want to have to worry about, you know, the things happening in my life. And I really hope this video helped you with relaxing if you're having one of those stressful moments in your life. And I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel, and I really hope that I see you guys again sometime soon. Alright, you guys have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will hopefully be up on this Tuesday. See you guys later.